What is going on, DJs? It is Deadbolt here, bringing you some more SCP reactions, and today we are reacting to SCP 1983, The Doorway to Nowhere. And that's Keter. Damn, I didn't know that. The Doorway to Nowhere. To Norway. Yes, that's what it is, and that's why it's Keter. But if I had to guess, this SCP, it's a doorway, and it goes to nowhere. If I had to guess, it's a doorway that goes to a dimension of complete nothingness, and because it's Keter, I'm guessing once you go in, you cannot come out, or they haven't found anyone who has come out, or something like that. If I had to guess, because I don't know, I feel like a doorway to nowhere, and you could just like, oh, hey, I'm back, you know, like go in, go out whenever you want, go on vacation in there. That wouldn't be a Keter level threat, but yeah, let's get into it. Full screen. What am I doing? It's too far back.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-1983. Object Class, Keter.
But also, like, why is there a monster here? Like, I don't think it's a doorway to nowhere. I think it's a doorway, like, right into this monster's mouth. Like,
Presumed neutralized.
Presumed?
Special containment procedures. Outpost 54 has been built on the land surrounding SCP-1983 and disguised as a chemical plant. The plant building serves as a barracks for Mobile Task Force Chi-13, Choir Boys. All entry points into Outpost 54 are to be guarded at all times. Personnel will review document 1983-12, which details the cover story to be given to any civilians expressing curiosity. All Mobile Task Force must profess strong religious beliefs per Chi-13 protocols. All ammunition stocked must have silver or silver-tipped projectiles. A 24-hour watch is to be maintained on the front door of SCP-1983-1. Guards are to engage in any instances of SCP-1983-2 on site. No personnel is to approach within 5 meters of SCP-1983-1 outside of scheduled testing protocol.
I always get my guesses wrong. Like, I guess one thing, I usually go off the name, and then it's just something completely different. It sounds like it is actually a monster. I don't even think there's a doorway. I think it's just its room. That's what it is. It doesn't go nowhere. It goes to that monster, and apparently it can create instances of something, which is also pretty brutal. So yeah. Wrong again.
Following the event 1983-23, a stand-down of Outpost 54 has been authorized. A skeleton crew will remain to monitor SCP-1983 for any further activity. Arms intended for use against instances of SCP-1983-2 are to be maintained at Outpost 54 Armory. Description: SCP-1983-1 is a one-story farmhouse in County, Wyoming. It was abandoned in 1968 after a series of ritual murders, allegedly performed by a satanic cult. Please see capture logs for SCP for further details. The front door of SCP-1983-1, when opened, appears to contain a spatial anomaly. Neither matter nor light has been observed to exit the doorway, save for instances of SCP-1983-2, though the anomaly is exothermic. SCP-1983-1 is accessible through other entrances, including windows, the back door, and entrances cut into the back of SCP-1983-1. However, the front room does not appear to exist inside of SCP-1983-1. Doors that should lead to the front room instead lead to other doors inside the building. Measurements of the inside and outside of SCP-1983-1 are inconsistent. Holes cut through the interior walls of SCP-1983-1 that should lead to the front room lead instead to the outside walls around the front of SCP-1983-1, but stop 3 meters on either side of the doorway. Attempts to drill into the front room of SCP-1983-1 from the outside have led to the exposure of smaller portions of the anomaly, though instances of SCP-1983-2 have not been observed to exit them. Further attempts to breach the wall have been forbidden by L53 due to the possibility of allowing increased potential for instances of SCP-1983-2 to appear.
Like the Langoliers.
SCP-1983-2 are bipedal creatures approximately 1.8 meters tall. They are vaguely humanoid and entirely black in color. They are highly aggressive and will engage any human on sight. When an instance of SCP-1983-2 comes into contact with a human, they extend an upper limb into the human's chest cavity, without any apparent damage to skin or tissues. Through unknown means, they then extract the heart, killing the human. Once it has acquired a human heart, the instance of SCP-1983-2 will return to SCP-1983-1.
Oh, there's something big in there. No doubt about that. I feel like these are like the worker ants, and there's a queen, the freaking alien queen inside that darkness. But yeah, so I wonder why you need, because they said strong religious beliefs. They must all have strong religious beliefs. Does that give you some sort of immunity? Does it repel them in some way? Is it like Ghost Rider? You know, only weapons from heaven and hell can hurt them? Can their rosaries or something? I don't know. Can they wield religious weapons or something to combat them? And they always escape. Just keep the door closed. Didn't they say it was a door? That the portal's behind? Just lock that up. Contain that. There we go. Boom. No diff.
Silver munitions fired while offering prayer
and silver
is the only known method of killing SCP-1983-2. The precise form of prayer or religion of the supplicant does not appear to matter, so long as the prayer is sincere. Once killed, the bodies of SCP-1983-2 appear to disintegrate, leaving a small layer of sulfur.
Okay, so what if I just pray to this? Oh, well, they said as long as it's pure. So you can really just pray to anything. Like, what if you're good at lying? Like, I don't know. That's a weird, like, how do they know that you're praying? That's so weird. This is a weird SCP. It has to have, like, some sort of demonic or, like, not biblical, but, like, otherworldly, like, I don't want to say angelic because they can't be angelic, but, you know, just a weird, yeah, they're just weird. Never mind.
SCP-1983 was discovered after a series of mysterious deaths in the vicinity of County. Foundation investigators encountered instances of SCP-1983-2 and were able to trace them back to SCP-1983-1. Addendum 1. A team from Mobile Task Force Chi-13 was sent through the front doorway to attempt to investigate the anomaly. They did not return.
Yeah.
However, shortly after they entered, the front door appeared, closing in the frame. No further manifestations of SCP-1983-2 appeared.
Oh, did they turn into them?
2. A second assault team entered SCP-1983-1 to determine the fate of the first assault team. They did not return. The door did not close. Shortly after, new manifestations of SCP-1983-2 appeared. Agent Morris entered the doorway, which closed shortly after. Addendum 3. On May 23rd, 1983...
Yeah, why did they go straight for the assault team? Just live people, just, alright guys, I got you all here today, and we're gonna go inside of a void. They didn't go, maybe we should just send like an RC car with a camera to see what's inside first? Maybe we should send in like one person at least, you know? 1D class, that's it. Not just, alright, you 5 people, let's go into this dark void where monsters have been coming out and murdering people for the past 3 years. Let's go on ahead and go inside and see what we can find. Goes inside, doesn't come out. I'm just saying. And the tether thing, why didn't they try that? You know, one person on a tether, freaking WandaVision, you know, they even thought of that first. That was the first thing they tried. Okay.
9, D14134 was given a closed-circuit camera tethered to a monitor by a 25-meter cord. He was instructed to examine as much of the area as he could, and then attempt to return. Once through the doorway, feed from the camera was interrupted. The cord was pulled taut and then snapped.
He was
Several
eating.
hours afterward, the anomaly in SCP-1983-1 disappeared. Inside, the desiccated remains of several agents were discovered, as well as document 1983-15. An informal SCP report written by an agent within the anomaly appears as follows.
Item number. Pending. Object class. Keter. God help you. Special containment procedures. You're going to die, you poor dumb fuck. This isn't a threat. I'm Agent Barkley. I'm in the middle of this goddamn thing, and I'm telling you, if you're here, you're going to die. I'm probably already dead. So that's out of the way. Let's get to the containment procedures. There's really only one. Close the goddamn door.
That's what I said.
To get back through there. You've probably already tried, but we know they can get out if they try hard enough. That's how we found this fucking place. Hopefully, you've already done that. I know we did, once we gave up on getting out through there. If you didn't, then you go straight back and get that door closed. That's your only priority right now. You're gonna die anyway. Might as well do some good before you're gone. Description. So, here's the story.
He's just so done.
Tell me if you've heard it before. The Foundation gets reports of trouble in Bumfuck, USA. Cattle and wildlife are dying mysteriously. Some people turn up missing. When a body shows up, autopsy finds the heart missing. Not cut out, not torn out, just gone. Empty space in the middle of the chest.
He sounds like me if I was in this
They find
situation.
some sort of pitch black things floating around. Some brain at the Foundation has seen something like them before. Figures out how to kill them. Silver bullets and pray to God as you fire. Literally. For some reason, that makes it work. Doesn't matter which god, but you damn well better mean it.
He's...
I can't anymore. Not after seeing the nest.
Oh, there's a nest.
Foundation figures out where it's all coming from. Some house in the middle of Bumfuck. No one's lived there in years, not since yada yada. Murder, cult rituals, bullshit. The main thing is, these things keep appearing out of the front door. A team goes in, and they never come back out. But then again, neither do the monsters. A sane person would say, good enough. Keep an eye on it, kill anything that moves. But this is the Foundation.
I love this man. This man is me in the SCP universe. He has a brain. I mean, granted, he had to go inside of a void to finally get the balls to write all this down. But like, he has a brain on his shoulders, man. It's like when I watched the GOC and I was like, yeah, they're kinda like the best. This man needs to be the head of the SCP. Let's get him out of the void. Hashtag free whatever this man's name is. I forgot. Purnell? I don't know. I think that guy's from Zombies, actually. But yeah, I like this man. Best character in the SCP universe.
You're a tough agent from MTF, whatever the fuck. Maybe Sequerenos, maybe choir boys like me. You go bust down the door and run inside and that's it. You're fucked. The living room was bad enough. That's where they got O'Brien. They reached in and suddenly he kneeled over and one of them took off with his heart in its claws, I guess. They're less distinct here. You'd probably noticed that. They're like shadows. Stay away from the light. I know it sounds stupid, but think about it. In the light, shadows are stronger. They have edges. When it's dark, they're indistinct. They can hardly touch you, and they don't see very well. I think they see by your shadow. I don't know, I'm just pulling straws here, I'll be honest. You've probably tried to go back out the door, but if you haven't, don't. It leads to someplace even worse. There aren't any monsters, but Jones went too far from the house, and I swear to God, he started to melt. Things started popping out of him. And all you need to know is he didn't make it back. That's when we closed the door.
So they're in a
We started
house.
moving through the house. We kept to the light at first, before we wised up. 3 of us gone that way, but we got a pretty good picture of our surroundings. This place? It's big. It's not just a farmhouse, it's like they stole bits and pieces of a lot of places and stuck them all together.
That's what it
There's some
sounds
bits
like.
that look like an apartment, some that look like a shopping mall, and even what I swear is a closet from my old high school. The same patterns on the tiles and everything. There's also bits that are made out of stuff. It's black, like the shadow things, and it's mostly in the well-lit places. If the lights go out, you can stick your hand through. I don't recommend it. That's how we lost Torres.
Oh, jeez.
Something grabbed him, pulled him through. The hole wasn't big enough for his head, but he still went through. Eventually. So stay away from the light places, but watch your step when it's dark. Of course, there's no way out. We figured that out too. Any door you find, it either leads to another room in this nut house, or it leads out there. And it's pretty obvious we can't live there, so it's wait until you starve to death, or one of those things gets you. Great bunch of choices, hey? There's
Jeez.
one thing you can do. I can go through with it, but maybe you can. It won't help you live, I don't think, but I think it's important. I'm pretty sure someone's going to have to, or these things are going to get out eventually. This place is stolen from lots of places, so I'm thinking there have to be other doors. We've closed all the other ones we've found, but what if they get opened again? And the Foundation doesn't find them in time. Hell, they don't even know about closing the doors. I'm just hoping they figure out that if someone goes in, the things might stop getting out.
What?
And that's assuming everyone's smart enough to close the door after they come in. So I think I figured out a way to stop these things. It's the nest. I only saw it once, for a few minutes. We followed one of those bastards after they got Denning's heart.
This is pretty freaking creepy. There actually is a nest, and man, that place sounds like hell. And the only way to stop it is if somebody goes in, volunteers to go in, closes the door after them. But that means they're gonna be in there. I would take a gun and just kill myself. Like, honestly, I wouldn't want. Well, I don't know. Getting your heart pulled out. I mean, you'd probably die quick, but not that quick. So I don't know if I'd prefer that death. And I'm just saying because it sounds like you die either way once you go in. Like, you know, I was kind of thinking, what if you just go in halfway? Like, you stick your head in, you look around, and then come back out? Like, would that be okay? Would you live then? But, yeah, if you have to go in, I don't know, I just end it. Like, screw that. I don't want to be got by one of these black things. I don't want to get pulled through a little hole and have my head torn off. I don't want, what else? Oh, I don't want to starve to death. That sounds horrible. Starving to death? That takes, like, months. I don't want to have to stress over, like, where to sleep. Like, where do you sleep in this place? Because surely if you stay still, they're going to find you eventually. So, yeah, scary stuff.
It took it into a room that I guess is in the middle of this whole place. It's all black stuff, and they've dragged every kind of light they could find, I guess. Lamps, flashlights, candles, you name it. Some of them were carrying in more as we watched. Anyway, at the middle there's a big pile of hearts, just tossed in a heap.
And there's a queen.
Open. Every one. They threw Denning's heart on the pile, and it started to beat, and then pulse, and then thrash around. Then it tore open, and one of those things pulled itself out. It shook itself, started to grow, and then went right to work. The gross thing is that, torn apart as they were, the hearts kept beating. I swear I felt a twinge in my own chest.
I bet it's them.
Shadows in the place. I don't mean the monsters, I mean real shadows of people. Only there was no one there to cast them. They were coming from the hearts. A new one appeared at the same time as the hatching monster and started trying to pull away, but it couldn't.
Oof. Definitely carrying the gun, man. I don't want to end up being a shadow to one of these monsters. I mean, that's what I think is happening. They get the hearts, you put them in the pile, and then that person becomes a monster too, a mindless monster. And I guess their only consciousness is in the shadow. So, yeah, go inside, close the door. Bang, done. No thank you.
That's why I ran. I couldn't take it. You understand? I wasn't trained for this kind of shit. I heard the others behind me. I don't know if they were trying to stop me or if the bastards had spotted us, but we got separated. I found a nice, dark closet and I've been hiding in here ever since. I've been writing by pen light. I turn it off whenever I hear one of them getting close. It's worked. So far. I can't go any further. I've got a few shots left in my gun, but I can't pray anymore. Not and mean it. Not after I saw the nest. But you, if you found this, you've got to be an agent too. Maybe you're stronger than I was. If you can, go in and destroy the nest. Destroy every last heart. If you do, maybe it'll kill them. It's the only thing I can think of. You'll probably die doing it, but you're dead anyway, so what does it matter to you how it happens?
It matters a great deal, actually, but...
I'm going to try and get this report back to the living room, which I hope is where you found it. Then, I'm going to make sure they can't use my heart to make another one of those fucking things.
I agree.
Good luck. Moriture te saluted.
SCP-1983 is presumed to have been neutralized by D-14134, who was posthumously awarded the Foundation Star, one of only 2 awarded to D-Class personnel. Due to information contained in Document 1983-15, it is believed that the anomaly was not localized as previously believed, and renewed resources have gone into attempting to locate similar incidents.
Damn.
This concludes today's lecture. Thank you for listening, if indeed you still are, and you are all dismissed. Goodbye.
It's nice that they actually reward their D-Class. Well, I mean, he was dead, so it doesn't really matter, but, like, you know, still, they give D-Class rewards for doing good, even though, you know, I'm pretty sure there are horrible people, but, you know, that's good. You know, you go into the void, you get us back some information, here's a star. I don't know what the star does, I don't know what rewards they get, but, I mean, some recognition is nice, I guess. Yeah, man, screw that. Never. I would. No. I don't want to be a monster thingy. I don't know what this is. I'm guessing this is what it is, but no, I'm good. I don't like. I have enough teeth as it is. But be sure to leave a like and subscribe on the Volgun, the original video. Always good as always. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe on my video as well. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye bye.